Oun Abbas Hussain here for Seconds Out here with, look at that, a new shiny strap there for Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes, listen, eight fights, 8 knockouts, and you seem to just win the fans over. You keep on entertaining. Just talk to me about how much it means just to have a strap around your belt after 8 fights.
Like, you think we go back a year, I was due to fight, tested positive for COVID. And then, just keep back in the gym, keep training hard, listen to my team. And now, look, a year down the line, I'm fucking WBC international silver champion. Do you know what I mean? I'm honestly speechless, boys. It's just everything you're working hard for. It just means the world to me. Do you know what I mean?
Backstage, and a lot of people are all right. Sam Noakes' fighting should be over in about 2 rounds. It went a little bit longer than we anticipated to do. Is that good for you, though?
Well, to be honest, I didn't even anticipate it to be over early. I knew Sean Cooper, he's been about. I saw him before I turned pro. I see him fight. He's been about. Do you know what I mean? He's tough. I'll give him his credit. I thought it would be late stoppages. What I said to my family, we were doing best. I said if it was a betting man, I'd say 6-10.
How are you feeling in there, though? I know you walked out and said, you feel good. You felt like, towards the later stages, you wanted to get him out. How did you feel in there yourself?
You know what? Surprisingly, for not going up for the first time going over 6 rounds, I felt really good. I think I was very aware of what was going on in there. I was thinking, I got a tag with a couple of silly shots where I got a bit lazy, but then that just reminded me to keep my hands up, keep doing what you're doing. You're not in there with no mug. And it's good to do the rounds. When it gets deep down in the career, you ain't going to be blasting these people out. Well, you might do. I don't know. I won't rule it out, but we'll see, innit?
It's the start of a massive journey for you. First strap around the race. People might look at it and be like, "Oh, it's a WBC international," but as a fighter, 8 fights in, you've got your first strap. What does that mean?
You know what? I never thought that I'd be the first of the young guns to get a title for Oun. I never thought. I've got to thank the manager and obviously the boys for preparing me for it, and obviously thank Warren for giving me the opportunity to fight for the belt, mate. Honestly, I'm just overwhelmed with the support and the team I've got around me at the minute.
How much pressure do you have when you've got this sort of knockout streak going on in the background and you're there in later stages of a fight? Is it in the back of your head to sort of knock this guy out, get him out of the ring?
It's in the back of the head that I want to keep the stoppages going. But you know what? I've got 8 of them now. Do you know what I mean? If I don't get one, I'll get another one. It won't be my last one. So I just think as long as you win, you keep improving, and you're learning from each fight. That's the best you can do, isn't it?
Let me just bring your manager in. Francis, can I just quickly bring you in? Just
the main man behind the thing.
Francis, massive performance, great performance by Sam. But just tell me what's next. What are you guys planning for 2022 for him?
Well, we're going out for a nice lunch Wednesday. That's first and foremost. But listen, next for Sam is we're going to sit down. We're going to work out the next fight for him. He'll be fighting penciling for February the 12th. So a couple of weeks off and then straight back to it, because I think the momentum he's getting and the support he's getting, that he's getting. And the notice that people are starting to take of him. It's not just about going and blasting out journeyman now. This is about selecting the right fights for him to develop him as a championship level fighter. Tonight was a very mature performance. He wasn't going in there trying to blast an experienced fighter out there in 2 or 3 minutes, which I'm probably sure he could have done. But if it didn't happen and he started blowing, then you might end up with a problem in the later rounds. As it was, it felt him out, did what he had to do, and when he felt the opportunity was there, he went and did it. And that's what championship level fighter will do. It's early doors, very, very early doors, and this is a title to make him believe that he's going to start competing at that next level. But there is a lot of work to do. He got caught with a couple of shots tonight, but but there's stuff now to go back and watch and re-watch and study and analyse, and that's what his team in the Queensborough box do.
Don't keep saying about all this being younger now. He's just got to mature as a fighter. Age has got nothing to do with it. It's how you mature as a fighter, isn't it? If you think Teofimo Lopez, he's my age, and George Cambosos is 27. Now look who the world champion is.
Yeah. I'm sure as a fighter, and when I talk to fighters, they just want to be moving very quickly. But when you've got a fighter like this who's, building this hype and knocking people out, how much do you have to pull the reins in and just slow it down a little bit? Just make sure.
Sam will fight whoever we ask him to fight, and that's basically, that's.
You've got to trust who's around you, innit? Do you know what I mean? They've been about longer than me. Do you know what I mean? I'll just do. No, I'm told. I know I trust them. Do you know what I mean? I know they want the best for me, and that's the best thing you do. If I
offered Sam a British title fight in February, he'd take it. But that's. We've got our own plan at the minute. I'm not going to give everything away because otherwise there's no surprises. No. But what I mean is that Sam wants to fight, and he wants to win titles, and he wants to progress his career. But the point of decent management and promoting is to make sure you pick the right fight. It's the oldest saying in boxing. It's the right fights at the right time. And in the team that Sam's built around, he's chosen who to work with, and and he trusted people that he's entrusted us to manage his career and promote his career, as he's done, and Alan to train him, and Eddie and Paul. It's up to us to make sure that we look after our guy, and it's not saying he's been erecting Cottonmore because it's his boxing and it's his fighting, but it's the right fights at the right time, and no one will ever make me divert from that mission, to make him get to as high as possible in this sport, but with the right fights at the right time.
Sam, you're starting to dry off now, so I'm going to make it quick. What's the plans for tonight? How are you celebrating?
Well, I want to watch the last bit of Bradley Street fight, and I watch the main event. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get a nice pack of biscuits, a cup of tea, and I'm going to watch the show back. And I tell you boys, that's me done for a week, man. I'm having a week off.
Good man.
Sam Noakes, pleasure talking to yourself. Congratulations once again, and speak to you in the new year. Top man, thank you very much.